Let's begin with business and immigration law updates. This is a presentation of the Khurana Law Firm, where the Chief Attorney and Counselor at Immigration Law is Attorney Ramesh Khurana. Here on this set, Attorney Kenneth Haber will moderate a legal segment with Attorney Khurana. Here, Attorney Khurana will educate us about how to renew a green card. Let's take a look.
Good morning. I'm Kenneth Haber. I'm a former Assistant United States Attorney and a former Senior Attorney in the Office of Inspector General of the United States Department of Health and Human Services. With me today is Ramesh Khurana, a well-known immigration attorney who renders services to people across the world. And this is the Capitol Forum. Welcome, Ramesh.
Thank you, Ken, for inviting me to the Capitol Forum. I'm very pleased to be here.
It's always a pleasure having you here.
Same here.
Today, I understand our topic is how to renew your green card. What's the basic concept concerning the renewal of the green card?
Ken, the basic concept is that the green card is not issued without any expiry date or for an indefinite period of time. Sometimes it is issued just for 2 years or it is issued for 10 years. So that's why all the green card holders have to be very careful to look at the expiry date of the green card so that they can apply for renewal well in time. To give you an example, when a person applies for his or her spouse for a green card, and if the marriage is not more than 2 years old as of the date of grant of green card, the person will get the green card only for a period of 2 years. And after 2 years, that person has got to renew his green card. So there is a requirement that he has to file the form I-751 at least 90 days, within 90 days I would say, before the expiry of the green card, so that they can look at the marriage viability one more time and they will decide whether they want to allow that person to continue in the United States on a green card or not. But otherwise, the requirement of the renewal card is because it's issued for 10 years. So a person can apply for renewal of green card 6 months in advance because it has got to be renewed. Unless a person applied for naturalization or citizenship and person has become citizen, then of course there is no need for the renewal of green card. There can be one more situation, Ken. Sometimes people apply under EB-5 visa, which is basically they decide to invest $1 million or $500,000 in the United States. So based on that, if their application is successfully processed, they will also be given a conditional green card for 2 years. So they have to apply for removal of condition on the green card. So that's also a kind of renewal of the application. Now there may be one more situation. A person may lose the green card, and if the green card is lost or stolen, you have to apply for issuance of another card. In these situations, you have to use form I-90 to make an application for renewal or issuance of green card.
What if a person waits towards the end to apply, and is there a minimum time of processing? Can they get a waiver of the process? I mean, if their card expires while they're in processing, what do they do?
You know, if the application is under process and no adjudication has been made on the application, of course, it depends what is the normal processing time of the USCIS. Let us say if the normal processing time is 90 days. If in 90 days application is not processed, the person still continues to be a permanent resident. He has that status. The status doesn't go away. Sometimes people do forget to apply for renewal of green card. Status doesn't go away, but only restrictions are in terms of international travel. And moreover, if somebody asks you on what status you are, if the person doesn't have a green card, status has expired, then he's going to have a hard time. So that's why you always need to apply well in time. Like I said, if it's a normal green card, you need to apply 6 months in advance so that application is processed and you get your green card renewed. Or if it is a conditional green card based on marriage, you have to apply within 90 days. But if you cannot apply within 90 days of the expiry of 2-year green card, then you have to explain the reason, like why did you fail to apply for it. So it will depend upon the situation, and immigration attorney who is approached by the green card holder, he or she will make a decision based on the circumstances.
Is it required that green card holders are fingerprinted nowadays?
Yes, green card holders, when they apply for renewal of green card or issuance of green card, they are fingerprinted. They have to go to the application support center, and they get a notice from the USCIS, and that notice would give the specific date and time. On that particular date and time, they have to go to the ASC, Application Support Center, and they will be fingerprinted. They have to take their passport with them and picture ID, state ID, and sometimes the problem is with the fingerprints, these are not legible. And if the fingerprints are not legible, then they have to follow another route. They have to go to State Department police stations. There are some designated offices where they are fingerprinted, and they will check the background reports of that person. So that department would issue a report regarding the background check, and that report will be submitted by the applicant to the USCIS.
Why are the fingerprint cards mandatory nowadays? One can think in terms of terrorism, but are there other reasons as well?
Yes, Ken, this is a very good question. You know, Ken, all green card holders, they are aliens. Since they have not applied for citizenship, or they have never made any efforts to obtain citizenship during the last 10 years, if it was valid for 10 years, so that person is treated as an alien, and he is just like any other non-citizen person in the United States. And if that person has committed any kind of crime, and that commission of crime, and if he is found guilty, that person may become ineligible to stay in the United States, and even removal proceedings may be started to remove the green card holder. And that's why we always advise the green card holders, as soon as you become eligible, you should try to obtain your naturalization or citizenship, so that if something unfortunate happens, you are not have to face the situation in the immigration court.
Is there any way, if you've been late in filing your application for your green card, is there any way you can check the status of the processing online when you start getting nervous about is it gonna be done or
Sure.
not?
You know, whenever you make your application for the green card or any other immigration benefit, now there is an online checking system. You can go to uscis.gov and check the status of your green card pending application, and that will tell you what is the status, so that you know the answer. Otherwise, you can also call 1-800 number, and there is a customer service. Sometimes you have to spend a lot of time because of those lines are very busy. And recently, another service has started, like you can even send an email to the USCIS asking the status, or if you have some other questions, just pose your questions to the USCIS, and they'll be happy to respond to your questions.
If you get them on the phone.
Yeah, but it's not that difficult. They work long hours from morning until late in the evening, and I have seen that because that job is given to the contractors.
Oh.
Whenever you call, and then contractors employee is there to answer your questions. If all the questions are very standard, that person is able to answer your questions. Otherwise, you can always make a demand that I want to talk to the officer, unless that person himself volunteers that, okay, I can't answer your questions, because that person has limited access to the databases. So, but if your answer is relating to certain intrusive databases, and then probably that person might say, okay, let me connect you with the officer, and you can talk to the officer. So, system works very well. System works very well.
Very good.
Yeah.
It's good to hear something's working well. In
Yeah,
Washington.
it's working well. In fact, during the last 13, 14 years, because of so much budget support to the Department of Homeland Security, the computer system has improved a lot, and these systems have been streamlined, and things are moving much faster than they were moving 12, 13 years back.
Very good, even though the numbers have probably increased astronomically.
Yes, numbers have gone very high, but I must say that USCIS is responding to the enhanced need very efficiently, and I think they are doing their best to cope with the increased amount of workload.
Very good, very good. If immigrant is denied green card renewal, is there a way of appealing that?
There is no right to appeal. Again, a motion to reopen or motion to reconsider can be filed. It's very rare that extension of or renewal of green card is not allowed unless something is discovered by the USCIS that the person misrepresented at the time of green card application, or there are some criminal issues. So, I cannot foresee any other reason that why green card application should be denied. Then of course, like there is a fingerprinting requirement, and your fingerprints are not legible. You went to the application support center, and then you received a notice that you should go to a particular police center to get yourself fingerprinted, so that they can take your fingerprints physically, and you do not respond to that requirement, or you just lose that notice, or you are traveling, something might have happened. So, in that kind of situation, it may be denied. You can always reapply.
To whom would you reapply? The same office?
Yes, it's USCIS.
And be at the same starting level because there's no appeal, I take it.
That's right, same starting level.
And you're liable to get a new officer making a determination,
Yes.
and maybe a different determination.
Yes, yes. Every time you file an application, an independent determination is made based on the application.
Very good, very good. If anyone has additional questions concerning immigration, they can get a hold of Attorney Ramesh Khurana through the internet. His offices are in Rockville, and he has a website, and they can also contact the station here and get a message to him. Thank you very much, Ramesh, for coming aboard, and you certainly gave a lot of insight.
My pleasure, Ken. I would like to advise the audience, if you have any questions about the immigration issues, please talk to your competent immigration attorney. Thank you so much.